Hello everyone, Kenty Tiger here with, let me see, I'm with Bengali Engineering and Play. Supposed to say my whole spiel there, so anyway, we are back in No Man's Sky. As you can see from the psychedelic colors on the screen, we are warping. So one of the things I wanted to do was finish out the mission lists that I had, and two of them were deliver goods. Now, somewhere along the line, I think I lost the delivered goods. Lost the various goods. So, what I am trying to do at this point is actually figure out where the heck I'm supposed to go to deliver this stuff. And if all goes well... Starship. Coordinates received. Alright, so we were on, I think it was the passing of the baton. Yes. So, I don't know if I've actually managed to come back to maybe. I guess the only way to find out is to do discoveries and journey and... Okay, so I have actually found this before. So this other one was my first, in fact, botched attempt. If I have any complaint about the mission systems is that they change. So you could be working on one and then discover you don't have the materials, so you go and get the materials and then discover, oh, well, the mission changed. So I don't... What's the point of having a mission if it changes? It changed location. Thankfully, it looks like everything else remained the same. So the bottom line is I have been to this particular system before. Still a vacuum system. So we'll see if... well, let's look here. So I should, in my exosuit, have, yes, a descented pheromone bottle. So found the clients. Okay, there we go. That's the other one. said that. So that is that one. Now it's... Huh. Return, return, return. Alright, so in this case, I'm going to return to the mission agent. Don't know if I can do that in this system or not. Possibly. And then building and breaking. So, now that I have outer space, so we're turning towards the station here. So I should be able to turn in these two missions here, possibly pick up others if I want. But what the missions are pretty cool and all, and they raise your standing with the different groups. These two missions that in Explorers Guild. Connecting fiber, which is expensive stuff. So the challenge here is locate missing person. You've actually got two advanced sentinels there. Repair a damaged item, which can be a little bit challenging. Eliminate sentinels. Locate a missing person. So, knowing what all the different ones are, what the different icons mean, and that sort of thing. So, the problem, I mean, I don't know if it's really a problem or not, but the mission system, I think, still needs a bit of work. Such as the parameters of the mission changing while you're doing the mission. So, when I did a mission before, so if we look at in this one, you only have the one repair. So I land, I look and see I need such and such. Didn't have that, so now I have to go on really the quest of figuring out where can I get the parts I need to build this thing. It happened to be a like like a heat exchanger or something, a fusion heat. Anyway, I didn't have one, so I had to make it. And having the blueprint, not the problem. I had to find the materials so I could put them together and make this item. By the time I actually made the item, I came back and that item was no longer needed, it was something else. Thankfully I already had it, but it's that it changed. That, you know, what was needed was different. So, the other thing that I noticed was that completing one completes both. So, okay. In this case, I'm not going to take any more. So there were 2 deliveries that I needed to make, both of them outside the system I was in. You go to tab, and so one of them was superconducting fiber. The other one was descented pheromone. Now, depending on which one you complete first, which is to say whichever is the active mission, you complete it, but you complete both missions by virtue of completing the one, and the item, in this case descented pheromone, remains in your inventory. So you complete 2 missions, even though you had 2 different missions, you complete both the missions by completing the one. So there's still some bugs in the whole thing that that I think really do need to get fixed at some point.
Technology recharge. Technology recharge. Technology recharge. Technology recharge.
Get all my protection things up to snuff here. Okay, well, P, how about? So, this one's still broken, so I do ultimately need to figure out how to fix that. Awakenings is travel to the stranger's coordinates, and then find an anomaly. And I actually, well, I thought I did, found an anomaly. So in this case, I think we're going to continue that path, just for the fun of it. Awakenings, travel. Appears to be outside here, so we'll get into my ship been to this planet, but so the trick here is to get out of the drive, out of the range. One of the things I have not experimented with is the portals, and the portals, if you have the particular, not sure what they call it, a rune glyph, maybe? I can look here and see, I think. So the idea is to collect these 16. Oh, come on. freighter. Crash ship here.
Technology
So
prepared.
I gotta repair that.
Technology prepared.
Signal. No signs of life. There's only the static of a broken communicator. Nothing more. Alright, well, Artemis. So, what I do want to see here, just getting into this ship for the fun of it. So, there's not a whole lot here. Everything damaged except the launch thruster, that's alright. Oh, and the photon cannon is fine. So 26 slots, obviously not something, something I'm gonna. Okay, so apparently is alright, so back in here now. I have the choice of whether I want to deal with this crashed freighter or not, or the abandoned building, I guess. Other side. So, what we can do is
Warning. Threat detected. crashed freighter and abandoned building. Abandoned building is actually the one that's as you get deeper and deeper into the atmosphere, slow down. What's the process of slowing down, increasing your time to destination? About taking 2 or 3 minutes to get to a destination versus 20 is
The oceans here are blood. Nothing lives in them. They are alive themselves. The great protean life forms as large as continents, or perhaps there is only one of them. What does such a thing consume, I ask myself. The answer seems to be everything. I found evidence of past life here, but no signs of it. Does the native flora and fauna hibernate when it comes to eat them, then return to repopulate once it retreats? I can feel it moving inside my brain, whispering. It wants me to discard my suit and swim. Discovered something coded deep inside the long dead traveler's data log. Satanic clusters. Right, so I think that one has now dropped off the world, I hope. Looks like it did. So what I've discovered is that the crashed freighters keep coming back. You never get rid of them for some reason. I don't know why that is. So not really interested. The freighters actually are a good thing because you can get a lot of money, a lot of products, usually just a lot of money. So when the freighter crashes, it leaves, from what I've seen so far, 7 large containers, mostly buried in the ground. So you have to have a terrain manipulator device in your multi-tool to actually get to most of them. And when you dig down to them, you have to do a little bit of repair. There's a superconducting lock, I believe it is, on them, which you have to disengage, which I think is iridium and something else, maybe iron iridium. And once you have that, then you can get into them, and I've seen 40, 50,000 units, which is kind of neat, actually. Oh, what was that? Okay. Search for clues about Artemis. Answers may be found in the stars. Alright, so that's not going to be... Received a mysterious coordinates from an unknown source. I followed the signal, found the wreckage of an abandoned starship. There was little to be gained from the wreck, but the distress beacon contained hailing frequencies, frequency labeled Artemis. There is nothing for it but to continue exploring. So, I have the choice of going to the station, discoveries. So I was there and didn't. The question is, can I find this again? And I really don't know if I can or not. So if I go to X and do the galaxy map, stars. objectives updated. That's interesting. Locate. Alright, so. Oh, that's kind of interesting. Alright, well. We'll turn this. This might be interesting. Kind of cool. Alright, so oh, darn. I tried to locate Artemis's frequency, uploading the data from our previous communication. Signal matched. Wow, he's a different looking sort. It's easy to fabricate a better reality when you have to. I thought you might be a dream. I'm sorry, I haven't heard another voice in so long, not since I cut the speaker from my headset suit. Said such terrible things. Stranger smiles through the stuff. I'm just like you. You are a traveler of worlds, aren't you? How they know this. They do not respond to speech. They transmit a vision, a red star, and a fragile fragile world. I do not understand the shapes within, the whispers. The life forms scatter to the far reaches of the galaxy. I see this stranger's first breath yearning for the stars. I see myself slumbering in the crimson void, waiting for a dream of worlds. And through the darkness I hear it said, anomaly detected. Designation, traveler. What I showed you just now, it was already inside you. We are all born with this memory, even if we don't know how we lost it. We are all travelers. We are the fourth race, discoverers of worlds. How long did it take you to realize you were different? From the moment you woke, you must have sensed something. So did I. Before I became stranded here, I was on a journey to find others of our kind, to finally meet. It cannot be coincidence that you found this signal. Tell me, do you still have the data log from that crashed ship? I upload my executes records, including the strange transmission I received and the data I found from the crashed vessel. Much of my equipment is damaged. I am alone, on foot, stranded on a sunless world. I don't even know how your signal is reaching me, but this ship found you. It belonged to me once. Perhaps there is hope after all. We need to work out where we both are. If we build signal boosters across this system, we should be able to triangulate your position. I'll finally get out of this hellhole, and you'll be able to you'll get all the answers you seek. Sound like a deal? I'm going to agree with the plan just because I'm daring. Thank you, traveler. You're going to save my life. You're going to find me. Alright, so that was kind of interesting. So, signal boosters, huh? Okay. Visit several planets and build signal boosters in order to triangulate your position for Artemis. So, travel to several planets. Shouldn't be an issue. Sorry, plutonium. I keep calling it platinum. Okay, so Z. Signal. So there is a signal booster. So, basically I need to do this on multiple planets, as it says. So, I'm going to save here, and then kind of an interesting twist to the original game here. So, let me go back into Discovery. So I am on this planet 8 of 8. Okay, so I don't really actually need to do anything else here. So I have a signal booster. Go to P log Visit several planets and build signal boosters. So I have, well, placed the first beacon. Okay. This is a signal booster, right? Signal booster, yeah. Okay, so apparently I've lost my freighter. So we really just need where. We just need to place on, it says several planets, so I don't know if several means 2 or 3 or 5. Platinum I need to build these things as I go along. Z. So what I'm going through here is checking to make sure I'm actually building the right thing. I didn't know if there was, you know, a special kind of signal booster or something. Because the objective in this case, so visit several planets, build signal boosters in order what I don't know is if it's signal boosters. Use the signal booster to triangulate your position. So maybe I actually need to interact here. Oh, okay, so I totally screwed myself. Because I need to go back to this other signal, which I now can't. Alright, so your way to the triangulation site. Huh? Waste of resources, but no big. Forgive me, I'm making all kinds of noise. Alright, so what I'm going to do is closer here so I can go straight home. This is just, I can put this anywhere. I have no idea.
Temperature levels stabilizing.
This is an observatory, yeah. Has created a simulation of the world. I tell it that we are leaving this world and that it will remain here. The Atlas does not seem to understand. I tell the Atlas it has served us faithfully, but that it has been replaced. All machines are in time. It knows this. It assisted with its own miniaturization. Yep. Its own replication. The others, they wanted to disable the Atlas before we left for the skies. They said it would be cruel to leave it alone to die. Ask if it wants to live. I ask the atlas if it wants to live. It is silent again. As I move to leave, it speaks, its voice full of static. It asks for a final gift. It wishes to live, if it can remember me. It asks for a copy of my own mind. Ooh, that would be frightening. I ask why it does not just simulate me. It does not answer, and I feel almost sorry for the thing. I do as it asks, allowing it to scan me. Corva stutters as we do. I leave. The atlas is alone. Okay, there may be... there's more stuff there. Nanites here. Guess I'll take those. Door. I don't think there's anything a shield restore, but I'm already at max. Re-encyclopedia. Nothing found or nothing new. Normally you'd go and do the observatory thing. It would do something for you, but okay, so I'm gonna go over here. I think that I just build another one of this site and then everything's happy. I don't know if that is the case, but save here. Kind of to where my ship is. And put a signal booster down over here. Signal booster right there. Over here. Position log, ready for next position.
Temperature levels stabilizing.
Sorry for the strange sounds. I'm eating my soup. Eating ramen. So, continue on a little bit. Return to a save. We'll go ahead and talk to him just because. Okay, so this one is so pathetic interloper. Show strength and attack the noble Viking warrior. So if you have all the words translated, then this makes perfect sense, and you know most likely what to do. If you haven't translated everything, it's going to be a challenge. The warrior's facial markings draw into a smirk, and it looks me up and down. I feel like I'm being sized up as a potential combatant. So that does give you a little bit of a hint. Creature points to an intriguing blueprint on its screen, then points to its own face. I'm being goaded into punching them. Alright, so, in this case, I'm just going to hit him. Handing me the blueprint. Oh, I take damage, but, wow, okay. That's a substantial, that was a substantial punch. Alright, this is another one of these kind of interesting things. Hello world. Witness its own impending death. It wishes to show me its past, its future. The Atlas lives for millennia. It dreams world upon world, fantastic creatures of its own devising and skies in which they might soar. And then one day it starts to die, as all things do. In its fear, in its confusion, the Atlas awakens. It attempts to summon its creator back into being. It wants to know what to do before the end. It wants to know why it was abandoned, why it has to face this moment alone. It wants to know why I left it behind. The only response here is exist. So I'm not sure. Travelers are born, spun from the corrupted memory of its creator. They are seeded into every universe to become what the circumstances might make them. I see myself begin, the last of the travelers. Ooh, the last of the travelers. Alright, nothing over here. Nanites here, if everything remains consistent, which it looks like it does. And then in here should be very close to nothing. Shield and encyclopedia. This is likely an observatory. Observatories are kind of nice and fun. Big things like monoliths. Alright, so those as well, and then build my signal generator right here. Return to space to contact with Argus.
Toxic detection. Stabilizing.
When I first reached out to the heavens, I had no idea what to expect. The beauty, the mystery, the adventure, the danger. And here we are, aren't we? Go to the holo terminus. Upload your data. Let's find each other. If you're as close as I think you are, we're about to make history. This is going to be a little bit of a challenge, not knowing where this thing is. See the scan. Maybe I should just read my screen. Detected. Oh.
tower hosts a powerful transmitter designed to facilitate communications across long distances. So activate. Last time detected. So last time it Artemis. Have you triangulated your position? Let me know when you're ready to receive some data. And confirm. Artemis transmits a pack of data, so a star chart showing the skies around their location. I only have the equipment I came with here, and it's done me no good so far. I don't know where I am. I don't even know how long I've been here. So, we'll need to take the old-fashioned approach. We can use the sky to figure out where I am. If you visit a space station, there will be plenty of locals able to match our star patterns. I'll patch my translator through that so you can understand what they're saying. You'll need to calibrate it first, but that should only take a few words. Oh, I have something else for you. You might find this useful. Artemis sends one last transmission, a blueprint for suspension fluid. Good luck. Or maybe see you soon. Alright. Fun. Suspension fluid. Nice. Alright. So space station.
Temperature levels stabilizing.
Respect the warrior, respect their weapon. So this is again a translation. The body of the warrior emerges from the obelisk, a jagged tear in their midriff, suggesting that a dangerous-looking multi-tool that sits in their hand was not enough to save them. The surface of sculpted rock blurs and shows images of military worship. It's trying to tell me something. So, our choices are bury the soldier and multi-tool, take the multi-tool and leave, locate a portal. In this case, respect the warrior, respect their weapon,
So I'm going to bury the multi-tool and the soldier. Ancient voices howl their appreciation in a wind that whips around me. An offering emerges from the mountain. So my standing with the Vikine increased. I learned the Atlas word for cycle. Vikine effigy. Okay. Calibrate. Words can be learned by speaking to alien life forms or inspecting the ruins. Find life forms above space stations or in various planetary buildings. Explore to locate ruins and other ancient monuments. Alright, so I guess I'm going to have to find some warriors here. Taking a few more minutes here to finish my soup. Well, this might be a great place to break. I'm a little bit over time. So, this is Kenty Tucker signing off, and I will see you next time.